And we are live. Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of Sonadow Play the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Joining me as per usual is my lovely girlfriend IMShadow 007. Say hello, hon.
Hello.
And tonight we're going to start the second case in Apollo Justice.
Let's do it.
Again, music was off while waiting just for the sake of my sanity.
Understandable.
Turnabout Corner.
As long as we draw a breath, the wheel of fate turns. Spinning big crimes and little crimes together. And when the wheel stops, you die.
Strong beginning.
Yeah.
June 15th, 9:12 a.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here. Honest. Here being the legendary Wright and Co. Law Offices. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling.
Ah, you must be here for the interview. Right this way.
Huh?
Hello there. You found the right place. Welcome.
What's with this girl?
Well now, shall we begin?
Begin what?
Right. First things first. Any special talents?
Talents?
Yes. Well, you must have at least one.
Well, I guess defending?
Defending. An unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course.
You think so?
Let's give it a go, shall we?
Huh?
Go ahead. Show me. Defend.
Just get...
Just give it all you got. Don't hold back now.
What are you talking about? I can't just defend here.
First lesson. A professional can perform anywhere.
Thanks.
We want people to be laughing with us. Not at us.
Thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all.
What? What exactly do you think you came here to do?
What? Defend? No.
Excuse me, but do you know where you are?
Huh? The Wright and Co. Law Offices, right?
Oh. I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first.
Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge.
Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes.
Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning.
Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again?
What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency?
Welcome to the Right Talent Agency, where you've always come to the right place.
Ugh.
I'm Tracy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician.
It all came flooding back. The trial. That girl.
Hello, sir. Please pick a card.
Click.
It says daughter.
That's right. She's my daughter. Trucy, right?
Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name?
Apollo. Apollo Justice, attorney at law.
Examine the plant. Don't touch Mr. Charlie!
Mr. Charlie?
He's been in this office much longer than I have. Daddy's mentor had a great fondness in Mr. Charlie. He's lived here since Daddy was a rookie attorney.
Huh. Mr. Charlie. Right.
Now I take care of him. You'll get okay, now you can, talk.
So, is this really a talent agency?
You bet. Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people sign up right now.
Yeah, he quit law.
Yeah, quit.
2 people. Does that include you?
Tracy, you're right. Magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows paid, too. I'm a professional, you know?
Right.
Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our RG represents is... Phoenix Wright. Pianist extraordinaire.
Your dad, in other words. Didn't you say you couldn't play the piano?
Our agency doesn't see that as a problem.
So he's a pianist, but he doesn't know how to play the piano? Okay.
Yes.
Sound logic.
But he is a great poker player. Why? Why? There are many magicians who can't do magic.
At least you're optimistic, I'll give you that. So you're you're Phoenix Wright's daughter?
That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago. I promised I would keep him fed. Some kind of his sugar daddy. Get it?
Oh, for the Lord. No, I don't get it. Like, at all.
I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree?
15? How old is Mr. Wright?
Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year.
I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it?
You know about that?
Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal.
So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance.
Daddy, right. That reminds me, about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in.
Daddy's not here right now. He's in the hospital.
The hospital?
Yeah. He's on strict bed rest until he gets better.
What? Okay. Which hospital is Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit.
Oh, the Hickfield office. The Hickfield clinic. It's quite close.
Oh, great. Do I have to deal with Master Roshi again?
Yep.
Right. Well, I'll be going now, and I'll, give the showbiz gig some thought, okay?
Wait! I'll go with you.
Good. So it means you've still got someone to voice. After last time. The Hickfield Clinic, with that tiny little pink piano. So, this is Mr. Wright's hospital. Oh, great, it's Mr. Visitors, are you? Yeah, are you the doctor? Yep, Dr. Hickfield's the name.
Good morning, Doctor.
Oh, hi there, Trucy. Cute as ever. Dude.
Get away from me! I need an adult!
I am an adult.
Is this Daddy's room?
Oh yeah, Secky's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon.
Get away from me!
I ain't reading this. Doctor, the nurse was looking for you. Why, if it isn't Daddy-O the cutest little thing in town.
Daddy?
Yes.
Daddy? Snap his... I know we're in a hospital, but snap his neck.
Later. Yeah, I wasn't reading some of that.
No.
Wow, what an odd bird that guy was. Good morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright.
Let's talk.
Oh, great, I gotta talk to myself.
Yep.
So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve. I'll give him that. Picture me tossed 30 feet through the air, only stopping when my head hit the telephone pole. Ow! You hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. You got hit by a car, you hit your head off a telephone pole, and the worst you got was a sprained ankle.
Okay, let's go over this, alright? Phoenix ate a glass bottle full of poison. He fell 40 feet from a burning bridge only to come up in the freezing cold water, only to come up with a cold. And now he was hit by a car, flew 30 feet back, hit his head on a telephone pole, and what did he get? A sprained ankle. How is he still alive after 3 brushes of death?
Easy. He's a Saiyan. He really is as lucky as they say. There's something that, well, it just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not fat, but you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child.
Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. 15 is still a child.
You're under 18, Trucy.
Yes.
But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy.
Aww.
My foot. I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius.
Aw, Daddy.
You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. So, why did you contact me? What could the Right Talent Agency possibly want with me? No need to get prickly now. Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this.
Huh? But didn't you come to the office of your own free will anyway?
Well, yeah, of course. Help! We're in big trouble here at the office. Big! I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital.
That's right, Daddy. How are we going to pay this month's rent and the groceries?
Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a
Not to mention the health insurance of staying in the hospital.
Well, in America, yes, but this isn't Japan.
I know.
It's a symbiotic relationship. When one of us falls, the other 2 must fall. Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid. In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to a new school. Again.
No, I can't. I only just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us? Polly!
Polly? What am I, a parrot? Huh? What? Now it's my fault? On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say.
You got him, Daddy. Hook, line, and sinker.
Now it's time to reel him in. God help me. It's official. I'm scared.
Poor Apollo.
Yeah, he doesn't get... Yeah, he gets the short end of the stick in his first game.
I know.
Alright, so who's the client? Ah, yeah. Here, take a look at the map and I'll explain.
Okay.
Last night, I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Indochine pasta joint. Indochine, I don't know how you say that. Indochine pasta joint. Alan Tay's. I play piano there, of course. That's when it happened. Uh-oh. The car sent me flying, nicked a telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? And then I died and respawned in the hospital.
Like a phoenix, he rose from the ashes.
Just a tad. It's almost creepy hearing you tell the story like it's no big deal. The car sped off in this direction.
Okay.
So, good luck. Huh? You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole. Whoa, hold on! I'm a defense attorney, not a detective. Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court.
It's like, dude, you couldn't even read his license plate?
Well, he got hit by a car.
Yeah.
And he was probably unconscious.
Probably, yeah.
Then you can stick it to him in court. I'm not a prosecutor either. I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It's just a joke. Huh?
Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Apollo. He just loves jokes, you know? So do I. Even the ones that aren't very funny. My jokes are funny.
Your real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Do look into my accident too, would you? I marked the scene of the tragedy on this map. Boop, boop, boop.
Thank you.
It's right in front of the park. Right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. So he's going to make me investigate this after all.
Thank you kindly. Back to the agency. That's you.
Yeah, but I don't know who that is.
Guy Aldoon. Good morning.
Hey there, Trucy doll. Sounds like your pops had a bit of a rough spot, eh?
All's well that ends well, I guess.
This is our client. Hey, so is this that Apollo fellow, eh? Oh, yes. The name's Apollo. Look at him there, arms all crossed like, ready to fight. Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you? The boss told you what I need, right? Don't let him down now, Apollo. Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it. Defense? Your noodle half cooked. It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed. My keep's been kept. My noodle stand's been stolen. Noodle?
You know Mr. Aldoon from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly?
No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know him. You new in these parts? Not really. Then you know the best noodles in town. Aldoon's Noodles.
I just realized Aldoon is noodle backwards.
Yep. Whose noodles? My noodles! Help me out here, Trucy doll.
This is Mr. Guy Aldoon, our client. Mr. Noodle Guy. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Aldoon.
Anything for you, Trucy doll.
Let's talk.
So, you run a noodle stand, Mr. Aldoon. Guy Aldoon's the name, and noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for 1.5 years. Oh, that's not that long, really. My family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectation on my shoulders. 15 fathers passing the noodle to 15 sons.
That's a pretty old noodle.
Aye, and a fool I was. I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well. Oh, there was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy.
So, it was like destiny that you became what you are.
Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I fought it. But in the end, I was bound to my twisted noodle of fate. Not a mental image I care to linger on. So, last year I started my noodle stand. The 15th generation of Aldoon's Noodles. So tell me more about Aldoon's Noodles. You don't know the genius that are my noodles. I make them so salty, why they're saltier than salt. No, I really don't want to find out. Same, I hate salt.
Gasp, I love salt.
Typical American.
Shut up. Danny's a regular at his noodle stand.
He frequented my pop stand back during his attorney days, too. Yep, him and his assistant. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to drop by your stand soon. Wish you could, Sonny. Yeah? Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bowl about now.
What do you mean?
It was stolen. My stand. Gone. Stolen? It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle.
More like play the harmonica. It's like an ice cream truck spell, but louder. He even gets complaints.
Now you're just trying to butter me up. That sounded more like the blues than a whistle. I closed my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then, this morning, dark and early, it was gone! My keep! My castle! Ugh! Maybe some bum carted it off? Just guessing here. Well, I don't care who did it. Without a stand, I'm finished! All my noodle bowls were in there too!
That's the saddest thing I've heard all day.
You know it. Anyhows, that's the deal. Good luck. Good. Huh? Wait. What exactly is your request? My noodle stand. Find it. And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course I make it so hot and salty. 2 bowls will kill a man. Then I really need defense. Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay? Conveniently right across the street. Get back to it if you can, Paulo. I got noodles to make.
And a side job at the Cowboy Bebop.
Things have certainly taken a turn from the bizarre, or you have no idea, Paulo.
Hey, it's Ace Attorney. Everything is bizarre.
Traffic accidents and noodle stand thieves.
Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about, too, Apollo.
Huh? I have a bad feeling about this. Ah! Listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel!
I lost something last night. That is, something was stolen.
Hey! What's this? More thieving and skullduggery?
Well, someone stole a pair of my panties.
What? Panties? Yeah, guy's face is me right now. So you were, so they were, stolen your,
My panties, yes.
Right. Panties.
And just so you guys are not mentally scarred, they're just really big bloomers.
Yes. That's a crying shame, that is, Trucy doll.
I was alone in the office last night. I had hung my panties out the window there to dry. When the thief came and took them, my favorite panties! I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait!
Well, that was certainly brave of you.
But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do.
A darn crying shame. Yep.
Buy a new pair? Well, at least the scene of the crime is convenient.
Everyone in the chat. Yes, this was my reaction the first time I played this game too. That was pretty much my reaction to it. Just, excuse me?
Yeah. Everyone's reaction in the chat. I'm looking on your map.
I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my stand or there's an empty bowl in your future, Paulo. Right. And you help out Trucy doll here too, you hear? Yeah, guy's face at the end there. Yeah, that was me.
Things have certainly picked up, haven't they?
You could say that.
We had no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases.
God help me. I guess.
Let's see where we stand. Literally.
Not in a courtroom, that's where. Well, first item on our list, Phoenix Wright. Daddy's hit-and-run accident. Oh, sorry.
Phoenix Wright. Daddy's hit-and-run accident. We have to find the one who hit him.
Who's going to pay us for this again?
And the second item, Mr. Eldoon's request to find a stolen stand.
For which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles.
And the last request is mine. To find my stolen panties.
That bowl of noodles is looking better and better.
Let's go, Polly. To the streets.
I'm not a goddamn parrot! Aren't you enthusiastic?
How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me.
Guess we might as well get started. Let's see, a hit and run, a stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties.
To the scene of the crime. Yeah.
That's a lot of paint.
Yeah.
So this is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car.
According to the map, this is the place.
What a huge mansion.
Apollo, there's a nice-looking lady over there. Let's question her.
Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there, too. What the hell's going on back there?
Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something?
Whoa, that husky voice. Why am I suddenly sweating?
That's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money.
Whoa, money sounds like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kitaki family mansion, little girl. You, kid with the hair. You want something?
Me? No, not a thing. Bye.
Apollo, we can't leave without questioning her. What if she knows something?
But the Kitaki family, they're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town.
If you're gonna ask something, ask it. If you're man enough.
Well, right.
Yay! Way to whip him into shape, ma'am.
Does she know no fear?
I'm Plum Kitaki, wife of the fourth head to Kitaki family business. Friends call me Little Plum.
I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. If looks could kill, this woman would be a mass murderer by now.
Talk.
Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone so...
Yes?
Trissy, shut the fuck up! Whoa!
What is it, Apollo?
How about you go through me when... How about you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy?
Huh? That seems like a bit of a needless procedure.
I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures.
Oh, little girl. You should know. We're gangsters.
Gangst? Oh! That makes sense. You're the bad guys. That means you're the bad guys.
Are we the baddies?
Are we the baddies?
Trucy! Through me! Please! I'm begging you here!
The bad guys. I like the sound of that.
I'm going to need some warm tea after this, and preferably a new change of underwear.
Now who has their panties stolen?
Be quiet.
It takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy as they used to be for us bad guys.
So you're saying that business is in a slump?
Let's not ask about business if we can help it, please. So there was supposedly a car accident here last night.
Last night.
Of course, you wouldn't know about it. Sorry to bother you.
Wait.
Yes?
You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away.
What is he, a Grand Theft Auto protagonist?
That's my daddy!
I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man.
Capo Point Man?
Basically, Captain.
Ah.
Could you avoid using too much, industry lingo?
In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since this morning. Bah!
Cleaning up this paint? Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident?
It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise. And found your father drowning in a sea of paint.
So you came to his rescue?
You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint. Then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see.
I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me.
But why are you out here cleaning it up?
What do you mean?
I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you?
Please! Go through me when you want to-
Don't be such a stiff, lawyer boy.
Ugh.
I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image.
Yes.
But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see?
How noble of him.
I've availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all that garbage. Now there's just the paint on the street to deal with.
Public facilities? I wonder if she means that trash can.
Let's see. Pan right, the whole scenery changes. No, go, like, move your camera to the right.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. Just try to figure out.
okay.
Who's that? She's looking at the park.
She's pretty. I bet she's a story, you know?
There's something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush.
And, let's see. Examine the lady climbing the fence.
Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate.
I smell an incident.
Ma'am, there's no entry to the park!
Now don't tell you tell me where I can go, young fella.
The cop on the right's just like, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
I always walk through this park on my way home.
Please, get down from there! You'll hurt yourself, ma'am! That's quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park.
You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see someone famous.
Hey, miss, stay out of the park!
He got mad at me.
Did something happen here, officer? Huh? Oh, no. Move along. Nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play someplace else? We're not kids and we're not playing! I'm an attorney!
Something wrong?
Ah, Detective Sky. We're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report. Detective? Oh yeah, and she's a total bitch in this game.
Yeah.
Emma! Why is she wearing a lab coat?
I guess Rise from the Ashes is canon now. You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. I mean, you got a point. You're running around like Trixie.
Yep. And these kids are...
Curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers.
Ah, why don't you kids run along and play someplace else?
Look, we're not...
Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. What a dose of experimental... Ugh. What a dose of experimental hydroxycelerate... How you ever say that?
Hydroxycelinod... I don't know.
Hippopotamus. Come again?
Remember your hippopotamus oath?
What's hydroxy stuff?
Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy.
Try to keep the riffraff, if you would.
Yes, ma'am. How are we going to get more information like this?
Why don't we ask that nice woman over across the street?
Oh yeah, that nice woman.
Examine the trash can.
Oh. There's a big trash can on the way into the park. I guess we could check it out.
The detective's life sure is a hard one.
I'm an attorney. Actually, huh?
Two pieces of garbage with paint on them.
These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital.
Look at this, Apollo! Doesn't this go in a car?
It's a side view mirror. It looks like it was torn off when smacked into something. Or someone.
Wait, you don't think...
I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright.
Wow. And he took off its mirror? I never knew Daddy was so strong.
You'd be amazed how easy it actually is to rip off a car mirror.
Oh yeah.
I only have one... I only have room in my pocket for one of these, though.
Keep the mirror.
Thank you.
Now let's talk to Plum.
Yep. Can I ask you a question?
What?
What happened in the park across the street?
Oh, yes. Quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say.
Chicago... Huh?
Or Lost Heaven?
Gunfire. Someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too.
You're kidding!
What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house.
Did something happen at your house, too?
A crime without honor. Without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it?
Somehow I don't think no was an acceptable answer, Polly.
So, what happened at your house?
Bloomers. Last night.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Me, little Plum Kitaki, the victim of a panty snatcher.
What? So it wasn't just my pennies that were stolen?
Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. And possibly a pervert. It wasn't you, was it?
No! Of course not! Where is he?
I've heard word that pennies have been disappearing lately. And the missing pennies all have something in common.
It's hard to imagine Trucy and Miss Kataki's panties having much in common. I just imagine Mrs. Kataki's panties. Ugh!
I know! We'll find your bloomers, too!
Great! Show me what you're made of.
What have you gotten me into this time, Trucy? The girl from before.
Oh, welcome home, sweetie.
Hello, Mother.
She's a Kataki too?
Miss? Here, our flyer. The Right Anything Agency?
Anything agency?
Yeah! Do you like the new flyer? So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney? Drop by our office. We'll be waiting. Goodbye.
Bye!
Why did you give her our flyer?
I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help.
She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help.
so sure.
Huh?
Let's go to the noodle stand. The stand theft.
Do, 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 do. So, what's this place?
This would be Mr. Eldoon's house, silly.
Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from? I can see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already.
Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there.
You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place? A hospital or Trump Tower?
Miraculous.
Miraculous Clinic.
Oh, that's where the thief went.
The thief?
The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night.
Wait, oh,
Wait, maybe that police car is here to find my panties.
I think the LAPD have more to be concerned about.
Uh-huh.
I doubt it.
Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate.
Ah, there you are, Sonny. Well,
Hey.
you find anything yet? No, not yet. The longer you loaf around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that. This bowl of noodles is sounding like less payment and more like punishment.
Let's talk.
So, your stand, Eldon's Noodles, was it? Aye, passed down from father to son. The stand's seen its share of salt. Salt runs in the family, you might say. I bet high blood pressure does too. Key example of why I don't like salt. So, your stand, Eldon's Noodles, was stolen? Oh, it wasn't just the stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my salt-crusted stew pot, my stained sign. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend.
No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo.
Isn't it about time you bought a new one anyway? Are there any more details you could give me about the stand? You bet, sonny boy. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, crying the town, I was. The smell of broth filled the streets thick and sully. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m., I reckon. Guess he's not aiming for that late night market. I washed my bowl and gave the wheels a squirt of grease, and then I went inside. When did you notice it had been stolen? Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early. Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast? Well, this game was
I was gonna say, you'd be surprised.
originally set in Japan, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm washed up on the salty shores of ruination. That stand had my whole life in it. Nay, my whole being.
They took everything?
All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams.
At least they left one bowl. Look, there on the ground.
If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets, peddling that bowl. My last bowl. Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is.
That's it. That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to.
It's a grand shame, that is. If they have to steal, make it my loincloth, not some pretty girl's... Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
The garage, right? You don't think the thieves live there, do you? I wouldn't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor. Do I detect a little animosity here?
Let's make sure to check out the garage thoroughly.
Examine that. Let's examine first. That plate on the ground. That bowl.
Is this yours, Mr. Eldoon? Hey, that there's the heart and soul of Eldoon's Noodles. The bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty soon it's gonna taste just like noodles.
Wow, it does smell like noodles.
All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back from me, sonny boy. I'm begging you.
Thank you. Now let's examine the police car.
which you can clearly see is a Japanese police car.
Yep.
I don't understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car.
Maybe they're tax evaders.
Sorry, miss. Not going into the no going into the clinic today.
Did something happen?
Huh? Oh, no. Nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look like the right age to be playing doctor? We'll need a little more info on this Maractus clinic.
Maractus.
Maractus.
Because it'll be a play on words later on. I'll explain. We could ask Mr. L. Dune. He is their neighbor and all. And we should check out that garage. What if the thief who stole my pennies is still in there? Hey, Trucy, just go to Victoria's Secret and buy another pair! Talk to Guy.
Oops.
Oh.
You sure about that?
We gotta go back and talk to Guy first. Never mind, though. This is the place! This is where the penny snatcher ran.
Are you sure?
Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues to penny snatching. Clues like a pair of panties. Just go.
Trucy, could you try not saying penny so many times?
Thank you! Yeah, we gotta do is talk to Guy, Maractus Clinic. Hey, do you think that something happened next door? There's a police car out front.
Probably gave someone food poisoning, I'll bet. If anyone's at risk of giving someone food poisoning... That police car got here this morning, actually. I asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me. The neighbor. Not that I was surprised much. The doctor works for the wrong crowd. It was just a matter of time before he got what was coming to him. The wrong crowd? Never you mind about that.
Now we can go to the garage. And once we do, let's examine the car.
Yeah, I've already noticed something.
Yep, the cell phone.
No, I was thinking about
Not
this.
Yeah, but also the cell phone underneath the car.
There's something about this car.
Let's take a closer look. A cell phone.
Look, a cell phone.
Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure.
I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here.
We should bring it to him later. I also see something in that tailpipe. Brides of the Ashes, anyone?
That reminds me. I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago.
Just as I say it.
Apparently there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved in the tailpipe. That piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving the case.
Wow.
I remember that case record whenever I'm checking out a car. And I always check the tailpipe.
Everyone's gotta have a hobby, I guess.
Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey! There's something in there!
What?
Wait a second.
Oh.
Are these your...
My panties!
What? Already?
Wow, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing.
I would give them a wash before you put them on again.
Uh-huh.
No, really, don't mention it. Seriously.
No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose of finding your girl's panties. God damn it, Trucy!
What are those?
My little panties, of course. They come home to Mama. I can't wait to use them.
You're going to put them on now?
Watch closely now. See? Nothing in the panties. Ta-da!
Whoa! Where'd that come from? How'd that bowl get in there?
My panties are in extra dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. Oh, great. So now, not only is she tricksy, she's fucking Pinkie Pie. They're my magic panties. It's one of my best tricks.
Magic. Panties.
They love them over at the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly.
You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner!
Thank you.
Trucy's panties put discreetly away in Trucy's pocket. Well, that's one case closed at least.
Now let's examine the broken mirror.
What are you saying? We still have to catch the sly devil that ran out with a tool of my trade.
Oh, right. Something tells me we're not finished searching this garage anyway.
Yep.
Hey, look at that.
The mirror's been broken off. Now this is a clue.
What? You're smiling like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue for me, are you, Polly?
A clue? Let's see. I think I do have the clue
Yes.
you got in mind.
The mirror. Present the mirror.
My clue is this.
Whoa, it's the same color and size and everything. A perfect match.
I guess we could check it out.
Two pieces of garbage with paint on them. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go in a car?
It's a side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it was smacked into something. Or someone. Well, looks like we've just solved a case.
So the car that hit Daddy last night.
Is sitting right in front of us. Yep.
Wow, he put the pro in professional, Apollo.
Gee, thanks, Trucy.
Apollo,
Huh? What is it?
now that we solved this case, we should go report to Daddy. Not just yet. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him.
Okay. He doesn't seem the type to mope, though. And this is hardly a case worth reporting.
Examine the ladder. You gotta do the thing.
Ah, yes.
Do the thing.
Look, it's a folding ladder.
Polly, that's called a step ladder. Come on.
A step ladder? How is that different from a regular ladder, then?
She is technically correct, though. That is a step ladder.
Yeah, it is.
It's a much more complex piece of machinery. It's like two ladders stuck together.
So you admit that basically it's a ladder, right?
Wait, huh?
You have to look past the form, at the essence of the thing.
Can we talk about something else?
Sure.
All right, now we can go to the Hickfield Clinic.
This is one thing I'm glad the later two games fixed. You can just travel anywhere from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yo, how goes it?
Daddy, how do you feel?
Not bad, Trucy. Not bad. It's good to have you young'uns on the case. Let old Daddy get some well-deserved R&R.
The elderly need their rest.
All right, he's not that old. He's literally a year older than me, Trucy. Isn't he only 33? We've cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you. Competent, capable. Tell me what you found out if you want to. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming.
Let's talk.
Well, I certainly didn't expect you back this early.
Polly's amazing.
Will you stop calling me Polly?
He found my panties so quick. Almost like he was the one who stole them.
Trucy, I swear to God!
You have an interesting concept of praise. And? Did you find out the mad driver who gave me that 30-foot toss? Apparently it was a doctor from the Maractus Clinic. Maractus, eh? I've heard of him. Nothing good, mind you. That reminds me, a police car was parked outside the clinic.
Maybe something happened?
What is this Maractus Clinic anyway? All I've heard are the rumors that clinic's been making good money in a bad way. Bad. Ties to organized crime. The Kentucky family. The Kentucky family. The Kentucky family. He did that on purpose. Some injuries you can take to the public hospital can't take to a public hospital. See? They used a Maractus clinic for their patch-up jobs. Interesting.
It looked like something had happened in that park.
Ah, a body was found there in unusual circumstances. Something more unusual than being dead? It's not our concern, in any case.
Right, let's ignore that and we'll find that noodle stand.
Whatever happened to professional curiosity? Thanks, really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to the Maractus place. Maybe hit him up for some reparations. A little legal action would do me some good. I was wondering when I get paid? We solved the case in your accident and, found a missing article of clothing.
My panties!
Yes, Trissy. And that leaves the noodle stand. Feel free to drop in if you get stuck. I'd be happy to help you with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro quo. Hello, pro bono.
Right! Back to the office to plan our next move. To the office.
You're the woman from the Kentucky place.
Yes. I knew it! Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Alita Tiala. I have a request. Talk.
Your request? Let me guess. Something's been stolen?
Your flyer. It says not defending, so I thought...
What? You mean you want me to defend you? Me?
Maybe you can tell us what happened. Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand? Or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiancé, I suppose you'd call him.
Fiancé? What happened to him then?
He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder? Have you heard about what happened at the park?
So, what's your story? You frequent the Kentucky Mansion, yes? Are you a member of their, organization?
No, not yet. Not yet? You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son.
The boss's son? So he's a gangster?
Yes, but the Kentuckys are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change, quit my boring job, live the good gangster life.
That's what they said about Don Salieri until he had no competition.
I think you're onto something. Mrs. Kentucky, I like the sound of that.
I'm not sure your daddy would care much for that. What happened?
I haven't been told all the details. But I do know a body was found in the park near the Kentucky Mansion. There was a lot of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol. But I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual.
And your fiancé was arrested for this?
What sort of person is your fiancé?
Your fiancé is the Kentucky family's only son, correct?
His name is Walkie. Walkie Kentucky. Ha ha ha. Walkie-talkie. I brought a photo.
Oh yeah, this guy?
I've heard of him.
Well, that's quite the photo.
I know. Oh, he can be a powerful and menacing, but he's so cute!
You call that cute?
But if he's the boss's only son...
Yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm a boss already of this agency.
Please help my walkie. Please.
Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent.
I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. Right. Let's go and check out the scene of the crime. To the mansion.
Oh, for God's sake, she's still trying to get in? So this is it. My first murder crime scene. It's you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play?
We're not playing. We're, investigating. Aren't we, Papalo?
Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of... Huh? Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tiala must have used the Kitaki stationery.
It's a Clavier.
It's you, Mr. Gavin. Who's this guy? I must say, I'm used to being inspected by the ladies. But this is the first time I felt this way with a man. Mr. Gavin? Yeah, can you see the resemblance?
Yep.
They may as well be twins. Ah, Fraulein, what a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place. Can I help?
Hi? Yes? The policeman officer fellow here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request.
You must be exhausted, standing out here. I'll take you to the scene of the crime.
Oh, really?
By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Very well. This way, Fraulein.
Whee! Hi.
Behave.
No.
Hey, what about me? On that note, enjoy your investigation.
Thank you. Will we see you again?
Ask the wind, Fraulein. I'll be riding on it.
Oh, we'll see you again.
Who the hell was that?
Paulo, look! A corpse!
What? Hey, it's just a mannequin.
Wow, it sure got me.
Yeah, they wouldn't have left the corpse lying here by this point.
In broad daylight?
Ahem. Might I ask exactly what it is you're doing here?
Oh, hey, bitch.
Oh, it's you.
How did you kids get in here?
Believe me, that's warranted. She's really unpleasant in this game.
Oh yeah, and this guy's a fucking bitch in this game.
Oh, this guy, well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in.
Him again. That glamorous fop, always getting in my way. Anyway, the scene is off limits.
Excuse me, we have a letter of request.
One moment.
Why is she holding that big magnifying glass?
I recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says that it was written by Alita Tiala.
Thanks. It took you 30 minutes to figure that... It took you 30 minutes to figure that out? So, what's up with the mannequin there?
It's taken the place of the body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. If you guys not noticed, Emma Sky is gonna be the gumshoe of this game.
Yep.
And not the funny kind.
The body was pulling the stand?
So, you're a defense attorney, are you?
Detective Emma Sky. I'm in charge of the crime scene.
She doesn't seem that happy about it.
She doesn't seem that happy about many things.
I trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case.
kinky.
Let's talk.
What happened to Gumshoe? Honestly, Yara, we don't know. He got a mention here and there in the later 3 games, but he never appeared once.
I think what happened was it takes place in the Ace Attorney, Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney investigations. Gumshoe was with Edgeworth.
Yeah, but Edgeworth appears in the later games, so why does Gumshoe not appear either? I don't get it.
I don't know either.
Yeah, it's just a character they forgot about.
Yeah.
Detective Sky?
Quiet, please. It's snack time. Nom, munch, 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 munch.
Am I gonna have to deal with this the whole game?
We're not making much progress here.
You don't say. She must not be very busy.
Never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years and they won't give me the position I requested. And then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life.
He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney?
Apollo, put 2 and 2 together.
Detective Sky.
Quiet, please. It's snack time. I think you accidentally put this by accident.
Yeah, that was the second one.
Yeah, you gotta go to the next one, the defendant. The defendant. You missed one.
Detective Sky.
Oh, quiet, please. It's snack time. Oh. Okay, the stand. The stand. Examine the stand. Hey there! No messing with the crime scene!
But we need to investigate!
Apollo! Look! That stand! It says Eldoon!
I've noticed. Well, we solved the case of the missing stand, at least.
To the clinic.
Though the circumstances could stand to be better.
Back to the clinic.
Oh, great. Back to Master Roshi's place.
Yep. And thank you for your contribution, Emma. You're about as useful as a screen door in a submarine.
About as useful as a chocolate teapot.
About as helpful as a hedgehog in a condom factory.
An ashtray and a motorbike.
About as lit as a cigarette in a match factory.
You're back. Run into some problems?
Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something?
Who, me? No, I'm fine. Really. What's this? So there's a problem? No problem, actually. I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore. The request was for me! Dumbass. Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? He's doing that on purpose. I know it.
Let's talk.
So, what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually.
Guess what? We found Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand at the scene of the crime!
Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon. I think the murder weapon was something else. You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was?
That fine detective lady won't let us on the scene! What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway?
Good point. A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case. This was about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time. That would make her about the same age as me.
That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, well, maybe you know the other guy too.
That other guy?
Shining Prince on the motorcycle.
Prince? What, the singer? Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucy's. Indulge a concerned father. Yeah, seriously. He was kinda...
Yep.
I swear to God, he was hitting on her.
Yeah.
He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin.
Like, meanwhile, Truth's like, I'm 15, goddammit!
Yeah, seriously. Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother. His
Yep.
brother? We're acquaintances, after a fashion. Clavier Gavin, rock and roll god incarnate. He's not Freddie Mercury.
Clavier. What a lovely name. He's so dreamy.
Teenagers.
You're one to talk.
Hey!
I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother. And what was he doing out there? I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park?
Yeah, the detective woman won't let us.
Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to the detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it to her. It'll be fine. You'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi.
Back to the agency. But you know this, but by the process of elimination, we know the detective, so we know who the prosecutor is going to be.
So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh?
Whoa!
You know what this is, Trucy?
I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me.
That's
Oh, God,
not
Trucy.
sugar!
I was gonna say, "Shh, that's not sugar."
This is getting more and more suspicious.
It's not. It's white powder. It's Coke. Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what white powder is. To the park. To the park. We must go to the mansion.
Yeah. Again, I'm so glad the later games fixed this.
I know, right? To the park. We must go. Present the powder to Emma.
Does this ring any bells?
Is that? It couldn't. Where'd you get that?
I brought it from the office.
You work at the Wright & Co. offices, yes?
Yeah, sort of.
Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who did you say you were? Tracy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? You seem shocked.
Well, no shit!
Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way I can.
Good, now will you stop being so uncooperative? Oh, thanks. You can start by not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice.
Yeah, she's a bitch at first, but she becomes really helpful.
Yeah.
This powder is used for... Does that?
She's still unpleasant.
Yeah. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright.
Wouldn't the powder be expired by now?
You think, yeah.
White powder memories.
If you have any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust for prints.
Well, she's quite the eager beaver all of a sudden.
Let's see. Talk to Emma now. The report came in last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body.
But why?
Why was the body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here.
Well, what was the cause of death?
A bullet wound to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. A pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age.
Oh please, this is set in America. You could probably go to Walmart to get one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Unless you're a cop. Or a gangster.
Incidentally, the victim's name was Palmaractus. Now, the pun here is
switch the P and the M, what do you get? Malpractice. Just receive the autopsy report, in fact. Thank you.
Time of death June 14th up to 10 p.m. Cause of death single bullet to the right temple.
I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A lively story. I didn't come here to play games, you know.
Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. The noodle stand's owner is this guy.
Who's the old guy?
This is the proprietor of Eldon's Noodles, Mr. Eldon himself.
He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks.
Yeah, I know in Japan they have some of the strictest gun laws in the planet. They're on par with the UK's gun laws. But again, the localization of this game changed the setting to America. So saying a gun is hard to come by makes no fucking sense.
What sort of person was the victim anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor.
A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here.
Who, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene.
Detective Sky.
I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Ooh, were you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me into criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensic expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to the people back here.
Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left?
What? What's that look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea.
If she's been out of the country for a while, she probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current, state of affairs. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kitaki family, yes?
Walkie-talkie. I don't know if he is the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. Violently, in the detention center. I see.
Why was he arrested in the first place?
You are a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his, by any chance.
Actually, yes I am.
Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime.
Huh?
The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What?
Could you tell us a bit more about the victim?
Well, let's see. Apparently he's the physician at a clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. The clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there? What? You've been to the clinic?
Yeah, though on a related issue, I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand.
I see. So that means Dr. Maracus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here?
That would seem to be the case.
But why?
Don't ask me.
Examine the trash can.
There's got to be a good clue or two around here.
You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
What am I, Top Cat? Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Well, look! Another pair of underwear!
Wow, Apollo. You're a genius at finding panties. God damn it, Trucy!
Stop saying that! Wait, these aren't...
They're not mine. Oh no.
Could these have been stolen too?
Examine the knife. There's a knife stuck on the ground in front of the mannequin.
It's a knife.
A shiv, to be precise. Ooh, lingo. The defendant, Waki Kataki, is the son of known gangsters. The police are assuming this belongs to him.
Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh, look at this. There's a handprint on the shiv.
A handprint? Then there might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. All right, let's do it. Examine. Okay. Examine it. Right. First, choose the fingerprint you want to examine.
Choose a fingerprint?
Look closely at the handle.
Yeah, I assume the dark one.
See? There's more than a fingerprint here. Yeah.
For God's sake, was the guy's hand covered in oil when he held the knife?
I know, right? Those black spots? That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze. The darkest one. Right. Let's get detecting.
Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement.
First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. With the press of A, like this. See? The oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder, so you just dust it on.
Aluminium.
Aluminum!
Aluminium.
And blow it off. The blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use Y and... Wow, amazing! It's like magic!
Yeah, remember in the DS version you could actually blow
Yeah.
into the mic?
Yeah. Isn't it though?
Right, let's give it a shot.
Alright. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. Alright.
Yeah, I've only ever played this game with the original DS version, so it is actually a little weird seeing all the sprites in high definition for this game.
Yeah.
Right.
And then... we got a match! Good. Clear. Quite impressive.
That kind of looks like my fingerprint. Uh-oh.
Huh. Honey, what did you do?
Nothing!
Next, to match the print. The police office had met samples, so you'll tell whose fingerprint this belongs to.
That doesn't sound like as much fun as actually finding the print.
Alright. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is.
Well, you can see your own fingerprint. You can see your own fingerprint with your eye.
Oh yeah, it's really cool. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. Walkie-talkies.
Yep.
Bingo!
So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant.
Yes, isn't it amazing? Ah, the power of science. It's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling.
And I'm dimming.
Look sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly.
The trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing.
Thank you. So, have you met the defendant?
No.
Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. You might think about wrapping up here and heading over.
Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. Have I mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this?
Don't worry. It's like Wright's tradition.
Some traditions I can live without.
The detention center.
Hey.
Oh, Mr. Aldoon! Hello?
Looks like he left.
And we found his stand and everything. What about our free bowl?
Oh, too bad. Looks like we'll have to wait a little longer for that bowl. So sorry.
Aw, what a bummer.
Yeah, totally.
You sound enthusiastic.
Don't I just? There we go. Finally.
I love this, the theme of the detention center in this game.
I'm sorry. Meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes! I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. The father's talking in the private room with them.
The father? You mean like a priest?
I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki himself. Not someone I care to meet. Die, you! You're the one on your way out, old... Ah, they're here. Oh. Whoa, this guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron? You Walkie's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family, capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capiching. Capiche loud and clear.
So, I was gonna say, so we're helping someone basically from the Yakuza, and they're speaking in Godfather lingo.
Well, he looks just like Don Corleone.
He does!
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah, it's like, wow, our defendant is someone of the fucking Yakuza.
You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life.
I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more. Not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. You must be Walkie. A G's not a G till he's hard time, Bazoy. Oh, Jesus Christ, do I have to read this dialogue?
Yes!
You'll see, when I get out of here, things'll change. Silence!
My apologies, Mr. Justice. He's usually such a nice boy.
Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it.
Why does he look like Choji Akimichi from Naruto if he had really thin or really bad mohawk?
I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow.
Actually, no. He looks like the unholy Gaby of both Naruto and Choji.
So much for talking to our client.
But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least.
I'm glad you had fun. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial?
Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come check it out.
Wunderbar. Phew!
And that's it.
That's it for now. Jesus.
Yeah.
Someday, and that day may never come, I will ask you to do a service for me. But until then, accept this as a gift.
Phew!
And next time we resume with our very first trial.
Yep. Very first trial in this game, at least.
Yes.
And hopefully there'll be no more mentions of panties for now. Please.
I swear, like, every time they say pennies, take a shot.
You trying to kill yourself? Good lord.
I know. Sorry.
Ugh. Jeez. I love doing that Marlon Brando-esque voice. Yeah, it's really hard to differentiate Apollo and Phoenix. So I try to make Apollo a bit gruffer, a bit lower.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Okay.
So I did say, like, you know, to make Apollo's voice more distinct, I was like, how about make him sound like Thorfinn from Vinland Saga?
Yeah, but Thorfinn doesn't really emote that much. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, anything to say before we head off?
Nope, I'm good.
All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week for more Grand Theft Auto 3. See you then.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.